a singular new design, a re-engineered chip, and 5G. This is iPhone 12 Pro.
Hey guys, welcome back. So I got my hands on this new iPhone. It is iPhone 12 Pro and Apple has come up with some excellent camera upgrades to make photography everyone's game. You can take phone out of your pocket, point to the subject and start shooting, and the phone does the rest of the work. A little more attention to some of the functions, and you can even compare your photos with the photos taken by DSLR. The best part of iPhone 12 Pro is its capability of taking low light shots. I was shooting with this camera outdoor and indoor during the day and the night, and I must say I was highly impressed with the image qualities. The dynamic range in this camera is such a beauty here that you can capture almost every single detail in the shadows and highlights, irrespective of the environment. Apple has improved their design where clicking just once will capture 9 different images at different exposures and then stack them together with some extra layers of exposure and color correction settings to give you an amazing final result. You can even improve your photo quality by using some of the manual settings. In this video, I'm going to look at some of the images taken from this phone and we'll discuss the features such as lighting, color, sharpness, dynamic range, etc. So let's begin.
All these photos are straight out of the camera and no editing is done at all. This is to give you a perspective of what you can expect from this device. Look at these images here. The one in the left is from the main lens and the right one is from the ultra-wide lens. We have tree leaves in the foreground, a car in the mid-ground, a building a bit further back, and the sky. So there are technically 4 layers in one photo. This will be a perfect example to start with. I set the frame and clicked in complete auto mode. Things to notice in the image. First, sharpness. And we can see that almost every element in the image is sharp and focused. The second is exposure. The leaves here are the shadow and the sky is the highlight. And you can clearly see that both of them had pretty solid details without anything over or underexposed. Impressive, huh? Next is color. Each individual color in this image is very natural. It is more or less same as what you see with your eyes. Here is another example. Same building from the other side. The image quality is similar where everything is well exposed and sharp to focus. Let me show you some more examples. All these images are shot at around 4 to 5 p.m. when you still have ample amount of sunlight. Which means if you are shooting something with the sky in the background, you will end up overexposing the sky most of the time. Not with this phone. What is even more impressive that it gives you such dynamic range for all 4 cameras. Like this example. The same spot was captured by all 3 rear cameras and the images have similar features. The next set of images are a prime example of what you can expect from this camera. Notice the different features here, especially the sky. Along with all the features well exposed in the foreground, look at the sky. There are multiple layers in the sky with different lighting conditions, but the camera was able to capture everything beautifully. Isn't it amazing? Let's take it one level up. In this picture, notice the details in the puppy and at the same time pay attention to the sky in the background. No issue at all. Exposure is highly balanced at each corner. Now let's look at some evening shots. This is the beautiful skyline of Singapore and these are straight out of the camera images. The details in the building and the golden sky is well balanced. The photo on the top left is from the zoom lens and the right bottom is from ultra-wide lens. Apple is not giving you a dedicated night mode option, but it is all inbuilt. Whenever you will try to shoot in low light conditions, the night mode will activate automatically and based on the required exposure, it will set up its own exposure time. The only thing you need to do is to hold the camera steady. I think the max exposure time in the night mode is 4 seconds and I felt that you won't need more than that for most of the time. Just a reminder, all these shots were taken handheld and no tripods were used. You can see that even if you are filming people in low light, the foreground and background are well in focus and evenly exposed. This one is an extreme case. This image was taken in the infinity pool at Marina where the foreground is water, I am in the middle and then skyline at the background. The capability of making everything look this beautiful makes this camera phone ahead in the game. Using portrait mode in the rear camera will give you a different perspective, where the background will be blurred to give you a feeling of DSLR portraits. The camera does a great job in picking up what to keep in focus and what to blur. Taking panorama images are also very easy and the quality is great. You simply need to move the camera in one direction in a straight line to capture. Though low light shots in panorama mode are not that bright, but it is still very good. Let's move to front camera now. The front camera by default captures the image in 2x digital zoom. You can move back to 1x if you want. You have different lighting options in the portrait mode. Natural light will give you even lighting across the image. The studio light will focus on your face and the face will be brightened up. While in contour light, the contrast between shadow and highlight increases to brighten up your face further. At the end, I would say that it is no doubt the best camera phone for now, and Apple has done a great job in making it possible. There are some small issues in low light images in some very specific lighting conditions such as this, where the sky looks fake, but it doesn't occur very often. Well, I think technologies have some limitations, but a continuous development might tackle this problem in near future. I have been using Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus for almost a year and was using that to capture some great shots. It has dedicated night mode and already came with ultra-wide camera, which is the newest addition to iPhone 12 Pro. Let me know in comments if you want a one-to-one comparison of photos taken from these two cameras. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys soon with the video quality of this phone and tips and tricks to shoot cinematic videos using iPhone 12 Pro. So stay tuned, stay safe, cheers!